have defensive lineman TJ Jackson. Questions for TJ? Greg?
So, TJ, in today's world, everybody sort of has a unique path to get to senior day, and for you, yours is unique. But have you thought about this is it, the last college home game, and the whole college career is winding down?
I haven't really, it haven't really hit me yet. I guess it might hit me once I'm out there on the field with my family, and you know, we're going through the whole little ceremony deal. I don't really try to look into it until it's actually there, because I know once it is there, it's going to be a real emotional moment for me.
You obviously made the transfer. Has everything been what you thought it would be? I mean, I'm sure you all expect better, want better, but has this year been what you hoped?
I mean, we really hope for the playoff spot, chance to go into the playoffs. But you can't really go into life looking back into the past. Got to be more into the present. Coach Brown showed us this video all week last week. Smart guys living the present. Older people live in the past, and younger people live in the future. And I kind of took heart on that, because you really want to live in the present on times like that, because you don't really want to be like, dang, I wish I had this back. 5 years down the road, be like, dang, I wish I could have done that, or wish I could have done that, done this or that. So it's really just, hoping best for the future.
What have you got out of your experience as an individual player in terms of your progression and things like that?
I'll say, being in this level, I'll say I learned more about myself, about how I need to take care of my body more, get more recovery, because I'm playing in the level of the Sun Belt. You really don't go against offensive linemen that's as big as they are now, and you really don't think about the wear and tear on your body as much as you would if you play in a Power 4 conference.
Was it the biggest transition in terms of getting used to the Power 4? Like you said, the size of the guys in the Sun Belt that you're going up against?
Yeah, I'll say the transition, and it's just guys here in these leagues, they're a whole lot smarter. You can't really, because same way I study offensive linemen, they're gonna study me, and with some of my pass rush moves, they done a couple of guys and got a hint on that, and I credit Jason Thompson and Coach Randy on giving me more moves so I could work, and I'm very grateful for those guys.
It's kind of the case where you can't just bully a guy anymore.
Yeah.
You actually have to really get to the nitty gritty of how do I get around them.
Yeah.
How many games have your parents missed in your college career?
I don't think none, honestly.
I know they've been to a lot, so what's that mean for you? Because that's an expense for them to try to make every game home and away, especially now that you're up here.
Like I said before, it really means a lot, because just having that thought of having my mom in the stands, my dad in the stands, even sometimes my daughter. It's just having that extra chip on my shoulder, even though I already have that chip on my shoulder. It's just you as a little kid, look in the stands, see your mom, see your parents still there. I still get that same little effect when I see them in the stands every Saturday.
You've got some guys in the defensive unit that are struggling, and they're trying, and they're really trying to get it fixed, and still ain't working out. What do you do as an upperclassman? What do you do as a teammate to kind of keep them lifted up so that they don't feel like the whole world's just kind of falling on their shoulders?
We're in the huddle for TV timeout. I try to give everybody a fist bump, try to get them going, try to encourage them to be better. And try to I the kind of guy I am. I try to make jokes out of the situation. I could probably say something like, "I just got messed up a couple plays before that. You be alright," stuff like that. And I try to find light out of every situation. Even though if it is a dark situation, I try to find light out of it.
Now, how much do you think that helps? Like you just said, it's hey man, I just got messed up 3 plays ago. Don't worry, you'll be fine. It gives them that idea. It's okay, it's not just me. You know, how much do you think that helps when they see it's like, there's TJ, he's really great. He's had a bad player too, so I don't feel as kind of alone in this.
I kind of feel for that because, you know, when I was a underclassman, I used to look up to this guy named Will Cholo. He's tell me that a lot. I used to mess up a lot as a underclassman too. He's tried to do the same thing, and when he used to try to do that to me, like you said, I used to be like, dang, Will Cholo just got messed up. So me being messed up right here really shouldn't mess up my confidence. So I try to learn from what he taught me.
Knowing that you're just getting into UCF now and starting to figure out what they do, in your opinion, what do you think what's the number one thing this defense has got to do this weekend to perform better?
We got to stop R.J. Harvey, the running back.
Okay, so you have gotten into them a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not even just, you know, getting into them. It's really just, you know, watching football. You watching football, you'll see, like, I can't remember what game they played, but I remember watching R.J. Harvey, just the highlights of the game, and he was just, like, running crazy. And I was like, yeah, once we get to them, that's going to be a guy we got to worry about. And I think they average 250 yards a game rushing. So that's going to be the big key for us this week, stopping the run.
What impresses you most about Harvin when you watch him?
His ability to be able to break tackles, and once he does get past the defensive line, the linebackers, he could get striking really fast.
Is RJ similar to anyone that you all have gone up against this year, whether it's on your team or on the other team?
I'll say he's a bigger Devin Neal, a little bit more harder runner than Devin Neal. Devin Neal is the type of shifty guy. RJ, he's the type of guy to put his shoulder down and still break away from you.
You guys have typically been very good defensively against the run. Can you put your finger on what you guys have done well in that area?
You know, guys like Fatoma, Sean Martin, they do a great job of doing their jobs. And, you know, you got guys like Josiah Trotter and Trey Lathan, Ben Cutter, and Reed Carrico. They're back there helping us fill the gaps. And, you know, everything is aligned in one when it comes to the box. So I'll say basically attention to detail and us taking the jobs that we learn and we practice and we work on throughout the week and taking it out for Saturday.
What do you guys have to do? I know obviously you got to stop Harvey, but just internally amongst the 11 players, what's the one thing you guys got to get better at?
Communication.
Okay.
We got to get better at communication. We have misfits, bad. You know, sometimes a lot of the defensive coaches, they tell us if one person make a bad call, everybody just run it, or they make the wrong call, everybody just run it. One 11 wrong, all 11 right. So like, we just got to be better with communication.
Is there anything you can pinpoint? Because we've heard a lot about communication this year. Even your former DC and Coach Leslie talked a lot about communication, that needing to improve. Why do you think that hasn't improved if you guys knew that the communication aspect was a thing all year? Do you have any idea?
Nah, honestly, no. I guess I'll say it's just, you know, when the lights turn on, we just gotta be more in tune with the details. Because from what I see during the practice week, we prepare, we know what we're talking about, we know what we gotta do. I just feel like once the lights do turn on, we just have to be more prepared and more ready. Or I could also say the other team, Baylor, they did have a great, you know, game plan against us, and they did, you know, spread us out, have less people in the box, and was able to run the ball. So I'll say we just got to do a better job of communicating and being able to adjust and being able to take coaching on the fly.
Take me through the progression in a game of pass rushing or throwing guys for a loss. In other words, what I'm thinking of is you go into a game and is it a feeling out process at first before you really know what you can do, can't do, what he's trying to do, or do you have that all out of the way by the time you go on the field?
It's really about throughout the week we go through O-line review, each guy, that plays. We get one of the starters on the offensive line, and we go through and pick what moves throughout the year has worked on him, what moves don't work. And once Saturday gets there, you have to see if you're able to work that move, and if you are, you have to be able to set that move up. You just don't want to go out there and give out your best move. You want to set them up with something else. You want to set them up like, all right, I'm a rush high here. I'm gonna rush high here for like 3-4 plays, get him to overset. He oversets, I'm gonna take him under. So like it's really a chess game. You know, like how they say it's chess. It's like playing chess with play calling. It's like playing chess with the offensive lineman. You got to give him one move right here for like 3-4 plays. Then you give him the counter off that move and see if he bites on that. If he bites on that, you possibly win.
Do you venture up as the game goes along, or do you pretty much stick with what you've done in the past?
Throughout the week, I kind of, I try to work stuff throughout practice, and if it don't look too pretty, I won't work it. But I won't ever just be like, go on YouTube and be like, all right, I'm gonna try this. I take what the coaches give me throughout the week. Like I said, our GA, Jason Thompson, he does a great job of giving us what moves to work against a specific offensive lineman. So if I have a tackle, he'd be like, a chop spin would be great right here, or a counter spin would be great right here, and we'll be working that move all throughout the week. And me having the ability to rush high, I think that tackle will be right watching film on me about, all right, he's gonna rush high, he's gonna try to run past you, and he's gonna overset, and I spin back like what happened against Kansas. He knew I was gonna be fast off the edge. He came out pretty fast, and I just wrapped under him. So it's really a compliment to the defensive line coaches, Coach Jax, Randy, and Jason, on having us more prepared and giving us prep ready on how the offensive linemen are gonna attack us.
You guys have 2 regular season games left. You guys are still trying to look for that bowl berth clinching win. How much greater is the sense of urgency among you guys now that kind of the sands are running out of the hourglass in terms of attempts, like at-bats you have to get them?
Like I said earlier, Coach Brown tries to, he told us last week not to really be so persistent on looking into the future, not worrying about what I got next. See, my last year, this year, I have a whole bunch of stuff I should be worrying about, but I'm only worried about UCF right now. I'm not worried about Texas Tech. I'm worried about what we have to do against UCF right now. So trying to, I think everybody just has to, think about today, think about tomorrow when tomorrow comes, and not think about tomorrow or the next day when you got to worry about what's happening today.